A trade coming in right now from our Adrian Wojnarowski. The Brooklyn Nets are trading James Harden to Philadelphia for the 76ers. Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks. That's according to our Woj. What is your immediate reaction to that, Big Rich?
No, that is
right now the details. The details.
No
One more time. For the trade, the Brooklyn Nets, they are trading James Harden to Philadelphia for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks, sources tell ESPN. The Nets are including Paul Millsap in the deal, too. Woj is just reporting. What do you think of this trade, Rich?
I think this is a very good trade. It's still, everything always hinges on Kyrie. If Kyrie comes back and you have an elite scorer with Kyrie, you have an elite scorer with Kevin Durant, and then you have a guy in Ben Simmons who can distribute, but is also an elite defender. And now you have that shooting. With Joe Harris out this year and has been struggling, his ankle's probably a lot worse than what they know. It kind of reminds me of the Bucks going to try and get Serge Ibaka because they know Brook Lopez might not be back. Seth Curry now adds to more space for Kevin Durant and for Kyrie Irving. But everything hinges on Kyrie Irving. It's hinged on him this year and will hinge on him moving forward. If he can come back and play and continue to play at this level, then I still think the Brooklyn Nets are the favorite.
How does this deal shake out for you, Zach?
I'm just excited we got it. This is a big deal.
It is happening.
Someone behind the scenes involved with this yesterday told me, I don't know what's going to happen, but I can tell you this. This is where I'm leaning. If the Nets get everything or almost everything in addition to Simmons, there will be a trade. This 2 first-round picks, now we'll see what the protections are in this and that. 2 first-round picks recouping some of what they traded for James. Remember, they traded all their picks into perpetuity, basically, for James Harden. And Seth Curry, who Joel Embiid loves and has a great chemistry with. And Simmons and Drummond, a good backup center, who's been, by the way, the best backup for Joel Embiid probably that he's ever had. I think that's as close to, quote-unquote, everything as the Nets were going to get here. And I think, look, both teams got what they wanted. I think it's a good trade for Brooklyn, a good trade for Philly.
So I want to go to the other side now. We focus a lot on the James Harden side of this, and we're going to be digging into this more all show long. But Shanae, as a big, how do you see Ben Simmons fitting with the Brooklyn Nets?
I think it's really fascinating here because I think balance. When we had the big 3, there was no balance. It was all offense, no defense. And one thing I love about Ben Simmons is his defensive prowess, his ability to be positionless. And then you get these rebounds and you go. And guess what? He's going to have one job. Find Kevin Durant. Another job, hopefully, on the road. Find Kyrie Irving. And so I think this is not a horrible scenario for either party. And I'd be remiss to not mention the James Harden effect, if I may, because, I mean, as we see Ben, I mean, that's what I love about him. You know, his tenacity. He brings a lot of intangibles to the game. He's led the league in a number of categories defensively, like deflections and also getting steals. The pace of the game is faster. So imagine KD with an increased pace and someone that catches a ball and can throw it from the corner of his shoulder all the way to KD running down, spotting up where you know you can't double him. You know, that's going to be a dangerous, lethal scenario. The James side, I think, is equally fascinating. Just because Joel Embiid has been waiting for a guard that can dominate but also can space the floor. James Harden is that guard. He really is. I think, obviously, it's contingent on him, finding his game quickly, as we've seen him be able to do. But I love this.